Hey guys, and welcome to game number 35 out of 100 of my rematch series against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. We were on a winning streak that unfortunately got snapped with a tough game 34. We're 11 and 23, so still a lot of work to do if we want to come back. We're first today. Got the blank, which is always good. The Q, not so good. I think trade 3, keeping E and D is correct. I could play Wind for 16, but I have the blank. I'd rather bingo with it as soon as I can. Generally, if you have the blank early on, it's better to try to get it off of your rack with a bingo as soon as possible, rather than having to hold it for like 5 or 6 turns before you bingo. So let's trade 3. And yeah, I was going to say, barring an absolutely horrendous draw, I should have bingos galore on my next turn, and I certainly will. It's just going to depend on what BestBot does here in terms of what I bingo with, but I am definitely bingoing. I can 100% guarantee that. Lots of 7s enabled, enlaced, cleaned, end leaf, delane, aliened, lead men. There's a lot of them. Paneled, learned, leadens, latent. Probably even a couple more. Those are just the ones I see on first glance. And there are others, angeled and gleaned too. I don't think I said those. But we'll just have to wait and see what BestBot does. And BestBot eventually settles on Vi for 12 with the V on the star. Interesting. So that definitely makes me think it's got some hooks to Vi. So really the question here is going to be, do I want to bingo from the V for 86, I guess with Vendable? Or do I want to double-double with what? I guess Leddens for also 86. I think this has to be better. I mean, yeah, because if I play from the V, like I'm taking a lead here, so it's in my best interest to be a little bit defensive. I also think BestBot is probably fairly close to a bingo after Vi for 12. So yeah, I think this is just, it's so open. I mean, I give back all these floaters. There's still the Vi hook, and there's no way I can't imagine BestBot plays Vi there if it doesn't have probably at least one, if not multiple hooks. I mean, Vi takes a D, an R, an S, even a W. Now, I don't think BestBot would play that holding a W, but definitely would play it holding an R or an S, maybe a D. So I'm going to play Leddens here. Same score, takes out the double-double line, doesn't give back quite as many floaters. Looks fine to me. Okay. I draw reasonably well. I don't think I quite have a bingo, though. Yeah, I don't think so. Note that Vi does take a front I for Ivied. I guess I could have considered playing Learned with Vi. That would have been 2 less. Is it worth it to not give back Ivied and float the S? Maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I should have at least considered it, but I think this is perfectly fine. We'll see what BestBot does. All right, Niabate. So the bot was going to bingo regardless. Both blanks gone early. Basically an even game. So I don't think I have a bingo here. Probably going to want to get rid of a bunch of tiles. This is one of those racks where it's not really worth, I don't think, trying to fish. I mean, if I could play off AGO for a decent score, I would maybe consider that because AELT is a good leave. But barring that, I don't think it's really worth fishing. So something like Anglo is decent for 18, keeping AET. Could also play Gloat over here for 19. I definitely prefer Anglo, though. ATE is so much stronger than AE as a leave. That T just helps offset the 2 vowels so much. So yeah, Anglo looks fine. I mean, it's not that exciting, obviously, but ATE is about as good a leave as I'm going to get with this rack, aside from AELT, and I mean, I just don't see anywhere good to play off GOA. So, yeah, I think Anglo is probably fine. I mean, not the flashiest play, but sometimes the best plays are not necessarily the flashiest ones. So let's do this and hope for a good draw. I got Tannage, so if the S stays open, I will have Tannages. So that S might actually end up helping me instead of hurting me, which would be nice. If the S gets blocked, I guess I'll just be sad. I don't want to be sad, but I'm going to have to be sad because the S was blocked. Oh well. So now, Do I just play nag? 18 points keeping AENT. Doesn't seem terrible. Do I play agnate for 28? Blow up this rack. See, the thing is, on a more open board, I would definitely play nag. Because AENT is a really good leave for bingoing. The problem is, this board, especially after Jimp, and now with nag blocking the O and Niabate and the I and Ivied, this board is starting to really lack bingo lines in a significant way. And because of that, AENT is actually not that great a leave. Like, you're better off keeping scoring tiles. Oh, but you know what's probably a little bit better? I didn't see until now. I could play Naga. That's maybe better. Or even just nag here. Yeah, nag here is more. Yeah, I don't know about agnate. I mean, it's not bad. Definitely does open a lot. And like, I'm not down really much. I'm actually going to be taking a small lead probably after my next play. So I don't feel like it's necessarily my best interest to just blow up the board for BestBot either. So maybe nag or naga. How good is the A here? It's not bad. It's pretty close. I mean, I do have this. Also, the nice thing about playing here is I do keep this I to work with, an Ivy, which is a very good floater. I think I would play the A here. It's close, but I mean, getting an S would be nice, or a Y even for Jimpy would actually be good. I think I prefer Naga, but like I said, it's very close. I could see Nag as well. I don't think the board is quite open enough, though, to justify giving up 4 points to save the A. But it's a very close decision. Like I said, I would not criticize somebody for playing Nag, or even Agnate there, but I think I'm going to go with Naga. Okay, maybe I should have kept the A. Would have actually been pretty nice, but can't know that. Could have just as easily drawn a bunch of vowels. Didn't really get anything I was hoping for here, though. Maybe the bot will put an R right here at my cursor now, at 3i, and I'll have Tormentil, Tormentil as a 9. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe it'll put a U where my cursor is right now, although I don't even know if that's possible, and I'll have multi-tone. Oh wait, no, the U would have to go here. Maybe that's possible. Not going to happen. Alright. Hut for 21 is the play. And that probably gives me some decent options with Ohm. Yeah, Motel actually looks pretty good. It's 31 points, keeps NT. It's also Lament. Oh, that doesn't play because of MUP. Yeah, Motel seems like it's the best play here. Scores well, NT is perfectly fine as a leave. I say let's go for it. Okay. Intake is not a word, unfortunately. 4 S's still left, which is a little concerning now that I did create the Motel's hook. There's Edda's. I still think Motel was the right play. XI for 17. That is ominous. Goodness. Oof. BestBot is probably going to bingo pretty soon. Wow, just 17 points for that. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't think BestBot plays that unless it's pretty close to a bingo. Unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot I can do about Motels. I guess I could do this. Maybe I should. Am I crazy for opening a triple-triple after my opponent plays one tile? Maybe. On the other hand, like, it's not that... If the bot has an S, which it probably does after fishing on this board with 4 S's unseen, if the bot has an S, I'm stopping a lot of bingos with Motels. I could still bingo with Edda's, but then it has to start with an S. And also, if it bingos with Edda's, it's just not going to score nearly as much, and it's going to give me a lot of counterplay. So I kind of want it to bingo there if it has to bingo. I don't know. This might backfire a lot. It's kind of crazy looking. I do realize that. Like, it does go against what you learn pretty early on. Like, if you think your opponent has a good rack, you probably don't want to open a triple-triple. But on the other hand, I do think that BestBot bingos less after this than if I leave that spot open. Sure, if it triples, that would suck, but it's still relatively unlikely. There's also no blanks left, which helps. If there were 2 blanks left, I'd probably not do this, but with no blanks left, I mean, even if the bot kept, like, retain, well, it wouldn't have kept retain probably with the 4 S's, but if it kept, like, satire, it's still not that likely that the bot is going to triple, let's face it. So, I think I'm going to do it, and hopefully I don't regret it. Well, that's a good draw. 2 S's. So, Sinters, Strines, Inserts, Estrins. Wow, so the bot didn't have an S. What did it keep with XI? That's a weird looking play. To keep Curate? And draw the B? Huh. Maybe it did. Maybe that hits enough with like Recruit and Ukrate? Wow, that looks so strange. Huh, that'll be interesting to look at in the analysis. I mean, I can't imagine it kept the B. So it probably kept RUCIT and then drew the B. That's my guess. Interesting. Okay. Olestrins from the O is 77. Don't think I have anything through that D. That would obviously be ideal, but I think Olestrins is going to have to do. Not complaining. Got a bingo. I'll be taking a 30-point lead, and it's anybody's game. Oh, no. That was exactly what I did not want. Shoot. Should I fish for Quadrivia? There's 3 I's and 4 R's. If I keep AIV, I draw IR, I hit Quadrivia for 66. Could also hit Quadrigue. Like, that's very extendable. We should keep that in mind. Why did I have to draw 6 vowels here? Pool is very consonant heavy, interestingly. So that gives me some hope of maybe getting out of this without trading. I also don't really want to trade and give BestBot access to all of these vowels. Huh, tough turn, but thankfully I have some time. I don't really want to play KV and give the bot this E to work with Z and all those other high pointers left. Doesn't seem advisable. Maybe Chow? I don't know. I just don't like the idea of exchanging and giving BestBot all these vowels to work with if it's consonant heavy. It's still close. Is voice a crazy play, actually? You know, with that pool, the V is not that easy to hit. I actually don't think this is as insane as it might appear to be at first. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to play it, but I don't think it's insane. What about this R? Varia? E-O-O? Virio? There are a lot of options here that are just not very good. Not a lot of options that are good either. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. This is the toughest turn of the game so far, I feel like. Just not a lot of good options. Oh! Oh! Look at this play I just found. Holy cow. How about that? No, that's a move, guys. Wow, how did I see that? That's insane. A triple insertion. I haven't made a play like that in a long game. That is sick. Come on, like, that's actually one of the sickest plays I've made in a while. I know it's not a bingo and it's just like a 5, but come on, that's pretty cool. I am glad I saw that. Whatever happens this game, I'm very proud of that play. That is not easy to see. I mean, I was definitely very close to missing that. Wow. I mean, that's the best play by a mile, I have to imagine. Unless I'm missing something else. What did I just draw there? I drew FHWY. Interesting. Not necessarily a bad thing, honestly, because they're good scoring tiles. It's going to be a very good game down the stretch, I feel like. The pool is now still constant heavy, but not quite as constant heavy. A lot of R's left, too. 4 R's still left. BestBot trades 4. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So what am I going to do with all these constants? I'd love to play wavy, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Heavy is interesting. It's 27. I don't think that opening is too scary. Again, there's a dearth of vowels. It's not easy for the bot to score there unless it has a bingo, which is not that likely. If it can start a bingo with a vowel, it'll be able to bingo next to the S and O strings anyway. I don't hate it. I also don't hate KV for 24. FAWH as a lead instead of FAW. Yeah, it's a tough one as well. One cool thing about heavy, I could maybe play with aha. I have the last A and score well with the K there in the future turn. And that could be a factor. I mean, not a huge factor, but maybe a factor. Tough turn here. Yeah, I think... Do I have anything like through this R or this B? It's tough to find words with this clunky Iraq. Far away... Very? No, that's bad. Wharf? I don't think I want to keep the V here. The V is definitely the worst tile. So I think, unless I'm missing something, I'm kind of between KV and heavy. Heavy is definitely a little bit riskier. And I don't actually mind keeping the H. I mean, it goes pretty well with the W. I don't think this is crazy. It's a lot safer. Although heavy does take out quad extensions, which could be good. I mean, there's a, like, quadricep. Although without A's left, it's not that likely. Quadrivius, not... I mean, I could still hit quadrivia, although not figure out my V. Quadding. There's definitely stuff there. Yeah, this is an interesting position. So yeah, FAW versus FAHW. Those are just not leaves I'm used to evaluating. It's a tough one. KV is 3 fewer points. Doesn't have the defensive drawback. I mean, with all those consonants, I probably should just play heavy, though. Maximize. Give myself one more chance to get some vowels. I think I should do this. I think between scoring 3 more, getting rid of one more consonant in a consonant-heavy pool, setting up possible plays with AHA and AK, and this opening on the bottom, you know, not yielding unique bingos since they still play next to a restaurant, I think this is a better play. It's close. I want to convince myself I'm not missing something. Then I should move. I'm down to 5 minutes. I've spent a lot of time in the last couple of turns. I don't want to be under too much time pressure. Yeah, I don't see anything, guys, through this R that's any good. I'm playing it. Alright, that's a good draw. I feel like welfares with an E. Bot drops Zeta for 32. Okay. Bot drops the X earlier and now drops the Z. Very interesting. Okay. See, now I might capitalize on this and play Flock for 34. I'm starting to build up a decent lead. I mean, I'm a little concerned about the fact that the bot dropped 1. But, like, what am I going to do? And maybe this is one problem with heavy, and I now can't block both of these bingo ones, although there was still going to be the R and Brucite and stuff everywhere anyway. I don't really want to play all. I give up so many points compared to Flock. And all doesn't even really block bingos. In fact, it allows some bingos because of the R hook for Rhea, which is not great with 3 R's left. I think I play Flock and just try to kind of keep scoring. I don't think I can afford to be passive here. I'm not up that much. I'm doing this. Worries. Worriers. Okay, through the R. Hopefully it doesn't... Oh, why'd you have to bingo there? Oh, come on. That's not nice. Like, if you're in a bingo, at least bingo down below so that you don't have to block that. That's frustrating. But we're only down 17. This is far from over, guys. And we have the last S. Fortunately, I'm getting a little low on time, thanks to some tough turns. Can I set up my S? Yeah. like that. Leave is a little risky, but it's 26. That S setup is pretty nice. It's tough to pass up. Like, I'm just not that likely to bingo if I do this, I don't think. And I don't need to bingo. I mean, I'm taking a lead here. Yeah, I think this is the play. I mean, if I can just draw reasonably well, like one vowel other than an I and a decent consonant, I think I'm in pretty good shape. I want to save some time here as well. Let's do it. All right, that's a great draw. Swiper is going to be a lot. Yeah, that should win, right? I mean, Swiper is a lot. Like, how does this not win? There's no P for pariah, right? I mean, I'm not R stuck, am I? Hold on. Wait. No, I'm actually not that far from being R stuck, which is amazing. I have the E and Ledins for ER and RE or ER, and the Rem and RE on the ER on the left. But like, I don't have that many R spots. This is a pretty bad board. But yeah, this should win the game. Yeah, there's just, yep. Phew. Great game. Wow. Big win, too. That was a really tough, just good game, back and forth the whole way. Wow, tight one. 446, 428. I win by 18. Yeah, we'll do the analysis, but I am very happy with how I played that game. I feel like I made some sharp plays there. Louis, War, Heavy was a tough decision. Hopefully I didn't miss anything there. Let's look at this one. Yeah, trading has to be right on the opening play. EIO blank. Huh. Not what I expected. I guess I should have figured something like that after Nyabate. I guess it probably... Okay, I think the logic here, guys, is that it's vowel heavy, so the V is actually a better bingo tile than an I or an E with either of these placements for the triple. And often with this, I am going to react by playing with a Vi hook, and that'll leave the bot the V. So that's the idea here, is that the bot is actually trying to give me that hook and wanting me to play there, and then hoping with its vowel heavy leave plus a blank, it'll hit the V big. That's really interesting. Okay. It makes sense now that you think about it, but it's a tough play to make, but that's clearly what it was thinking. Oh yeah, I probably should play Leadmen here instead of Ledins. It's funny, I saw Leadmen when I was going through all of the bingos, and I think I forgot about it. I mean, it does put both E's next to the bonus squares, but not floating the S is probably a good thing, especially after a short play from the bot. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big error, but it's still an error, and you know, you can't be making these against BestBot. That's a little sloppy. Thankfully, it didn't really cost me. Angle looks fine. Yeah, I could also play Logan, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're actually very different plays. It's worth thinking about this, because Logan does open the left-hand side of the board considerably more. Anglo does create some space on the right. I think this is fine. I mean, it's an even game. I don't have a, strong preference necessarily for a closed or an open board at this point, but I'm okay with this. Bot plays Jimp. Yeah, Tenish doesn't play. This was another tough turn. Yeah, Agnate. I saw Anagen. I would have played Agnate, though, just because there's 5 T's left and 2 N's, so I'd rather keep an N because there's less chance of duplication. Normally, the T and the N are pretty close, so that's a good deal breaker. Yeah, I think Naga's fine. Like I said, given I'm keeping the eye open, I think sacrificing a couple points to keep a good leave makes sense. I could blow the rack up, but I don't need to. I'm not really down that much. Hut for the bot. Looks fine. Motel looks good. So yeah, it did keep Curite. Really? Does this hit that much? Really? It's interesting. I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, A, let's look at the most common letters here. An E hits Eucrite. An R is Recruit, but that doesn't play. Outcrier is no good. It's just Courtier. Yeah, D does hit Outcry from the O in the top right. An I hits nothing. O hits nothing. Right? I mean, an S hits Outcries, and I guess the B hits Brucite. Huh. This is... And an N does hit Centurion, actually, to the ON. reduction as well with a D. I mean, it hits a bit. I'm not sure I would have done this over XU. But I guess the bot felt it hit enough to be worth it. Very interesting decision. Huh, I didn't actually think about the counterfish. Maybe I should do that. That's actually interesting. Although the problem is, see, this rack is a lot better for 7s or for 8s than 7s. Like, it doesn't hit with an E or an O, which is a big problem. I would give me an Adida. R gives me stuff. Yeah, this isn't crazy. U gives me Audient, which I don't think plays. I mean, also, if I think the bot's going to bingo, then maybe trying to counter bingo makes sense. I still thought, though, that the bot was likely going to hit something with motels. I was shocked it didn't have an S. I just completely misread it here on this board. Like, if I knew what the bot had, I would have been much more likely to play Keda, probably, figuring that if it bingoed next to the M, it would open some 8s for me, too. Huh, this is a really interesting turn as well. I still don't mind my play, but I probably should have at least given this a little bit more thought, because it does hit 7s with IR, I mean that play. Well, R gives me Ordinate on the top right. Problem is the O and the E miss. A lot of other tiles miss. A misses. U doesn't play. Yeah, I don't know, it's close. I'm still fine with Naked. I did misread the bot, but I think I had a good reason to believe that it had an S, and if the bot does have an S, I think this has a lot of merit. But interesting decision there for sure. Westerns looks good. But I'm playing quad instead of Trank. Oh, I know why. Well, yeah, probably because of the 2 A's for quadrant. So it's fairly close to an extension. It figures it can often draw that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this was so key. I didn't see above. That's actually a bit better than some of the other plays I was looking at. But yeah, Louis is just best by a mile. This was huge. Very glad I took the time to find that. Oh, that's bad. Wow, the bot draws FNRRRTW. Trading seems imperative. Nah, this is just too ugly. Interesting that I kept 3 consonants here, though. I guess it's still going for quadrant. Interesting. So maybe my play of heavy was good instinct then, blocking that. Yeah. There's just not a lot here. Which, yeah, FAAV is a horrible leave. It's KV or heavy. War, I think, just gives back for no reason. Yeah, I'm fine with this play, though. I think blocking the quad extensions makes sense, and I'm not too worried about the openings down there. Yeah, I don't know about that NRT leave for the bot. I mean, this is the problem. Now it's just too constant heavy, although another one-tile fish. Yeah, I guess the vowels hit on the top, at least. And the F happens to hit for functors, as we saw. O hits croutons, I hits ructions, E hits counters. Okay. I mean, that's, with the 2 Fs too, that's 10 out of 25. Maybe something else hits as well. Oh, the A for Courants. Yeah, 11 out of 25. I mean, it's not unreasonable. Plus, what else are you going to do? You're going to play this with an A left? Ritz with 2 Fs left? I don't know. I think this is fine. Oh, shoot, I missed Luke. I forgot about Wah. Oh, that makes heavy even better. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't see the W. Dang it. Yeah, I mean, Luke is a new word. That's not an excuse anymore. The new words have been good for like 6 months. Yeah, that's better. I mean, AFRS versus the RSW, they're both pretty close in terms of leaves. It's 6 more points. The L is not even a great bingo line. There's no A's left for AL words. It doesn't really give anything back. Yeah, it's just better. I didn't see the WHA. Bummer. Yeah, it's a mistake, unfortunately. So I can't really say I played the scheme optimally, but I still did make some really good plays. I really think this was a good play. I mean, this just isn't that inspiring. Leaving 4 in the bag is also probably slightly better than leaving 3 in the bag. It makes it, or leaving 5 in the bag. It makes it a little bit tougher for the bot to not empty. Could play Weir. And with 2 Ds left, I don't really like that. I think this is a good play. I mean, I could obviously draw terribly. I could draw like IRU. But whatever I play, if I draw IRU, I'm probably in trouble. Like I said, if I get a reasonable draw here, I should win in a lot of cases. And then to the bot, and I wonder if I should play Oddity to partially block that. I mean, see, this is interesting. I wonder if this is a deficiency of BestBot, because it, you know, a human should probably infer that their opponent has the S after war. And BestBot isn't really inferring that. Like, does this ever win if the bot doesn't draw the S? I mean, maybe if probably if I have like 3 of something. Or like maybe 2 I's and 2 R's, or no E's, maybe? Yeah, I mean, if I have an E and the S, I probably just win, because I can go out in 2 with Riser even if I have to. Like, it's tough. Assuming I have the S, the bot's going to need me to have a really bad rack to win after a Guyot. Oddity is interesting. I mean, it also empties the bag. Goes up by 12? Again, it's probably, I mean, GU is also just bad. Yeah, being up 12, going into a 7v6 endgame where your opponent's on turn and you know they have the S, it's not great. I mean, I would have still played Wisp for like almost 50. Yeah. I mean, there's no way this would have beaten Wisp, right? Yeah, the bot would have had like, what would it even had? EIIR with that? Oh no, I would have easily won. Huh. Tough turn. I mean, I don't know if not emptying accomplishes all that much. I mean, maybe should the bot... How about Yo? Not DO, because that still allows like EW type plays. Maybe, how about Yo? Although Do does save Guyot. Or Do does. I mean, maybe you can... Yeah, but if I get EW, that's a lot. Or ERR even. Although, then I'd empty the bag, and then maybe if... I wonder if this is better, because it also leaves 2 in the bag, which is just better than leaving none. So if it does that, would I have just played EW and emptied it? Maybe? It's 33 points. I would have gone up 26. I don't know. If I had drawn like PIRRS and then like another IR, I could have been in some trouble. I don't know, guys. I kind of like this, saving Guyot, because I'm not necessarily playing through that O very often. And if I do play through the O and the bot draws like any vowel, it can play ED or ID or something for a bit. I mean, I feel like you should do this if you infer an S. See, the thing with Yo, if in the same spot, is it does not allow re-overlaps, but this leave is just horrendous. And now you don't have a threat through the O. So I think you gotta play Do if you're gonna go there and save Guyot. That's what I would do, personally. That's funny. That's what I would do, is play Do. Because after war, I'm thinking my opponent's got the S. And if I don't block that, then I'm gonna need to hope they drew absolute dreck. Like, we're talking probably 3 I's or 3 R's. At the minimum, no E's. Like, they're going to need really, really bad stuff to lose after Guyot. So, I don't know. My instinct is this. I wonder if this was BestBot just not inferring I had the S and, you know, thinking that it had a decent chance of drawing it. I mean, yeah, because if BestBot doesn't necessarily infer I drew the S, it's thinking if I didn't already have it, and then then it has a 4 in 7 chance to draw it, because I played off 3 into a bag of 7 tiles, so if I missed it, then it would get it. I mean, if BestBot isn't inferring that I have an S, then Guyot actually makes a good amount of sense, because then if it draws it, it probably just wins. And it would have a decent chance to do that by playing off 4 tiles. But I think in reality, I just have the S too often. I think this is a mistake. I think BestBot should play Do. I don't know what would have happened in the actual game, but I think this is actually a mistake for BestBot, and I don't say that too often. Then yeah, Swiper just wins here pretty comfortably. Yeah, great game though. Wow, really, really interesting game. I mean, no plays that were just like out of this world flashy. Oh no, Louis was actually pretty flashy. I still really like that play, but between that and just some other, yeah, really tough turns. The one play I definitely made a mistake as Flock. That should have been Luke. Otherwise, I mean, Heavy was questionable. I think War was right. Ledden's was a little sloppy. Leadman's a little better positionally, I think. Naga's questionable. Naked, very questionable, actually. Maybe I should just drop the K. But really, really interesting game. You know, a lot of positions that could go either way there, depending on how you're feeling that day, who's playing. So, yeah, really, really interesting game there, guys. You know, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was instructive. Let me know, as always, what you think of this one. Glad we came away with the win, too. That was a very big win to get. And I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday for game number 36. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.